Let's see. Okay, guys. Did we share it with 10 people? Let's share it with 10 folks. Let's get it up there. All right, this is an odd view for YouTube, but what can we do? All right, let me go. Now my head is cut off. Okay, that's not good. It's hard to have two angles. Oh my gosh. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how they do it. Okay, guys, I'm going to get my charger, then we'll get started. Almost ready. Getting ready. Getting ready for joy time. Getting ready. Let's see if we can make it a little bit more nice there. All right. How's everyone doing today? All right. Bum, 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 bum. All right. So I have got, welcome to Monday Night Sound Healing. I've got an E-bowl for our solar plexus. I've got a G for our throat chakra, and I've got an F. Actually, this is the F. An F for our heart. So we're going 3, 4, and 5 tonight. And I've got my drums. Okay, guys, so what do we got here? Yeah, so I guess just people left. Let me go check the tube. YouTube. Oh, thanks. I just rechecked it. It looks like it's okay. Anything else? How are we doing with the heart chakra? How are we doing with the heart chakra? I don't know why we're at such a low number. I used to have lives that had like way more people. I don't know what's going on. It's perfectly fine over here. Thanks for checking. I really appreciate that. All right. So here we are. Awesome. Well, thank you. So we're going into the heart chakra now. So what patterns has the pain body developed in your heart chakra where you're not able to receive the love of yourself and the love for others? I know nothing about chakra, but I still enjoy the sounds. Oh, okay. So what chakras are their energy centers in your body, and sound very much helps to balance and harmonize them. So, and these energy centers are kind of the preliminary to our fascia and physical body. And so if something comes in like an emotion or trauma, that's kind of an energetic. We can't really see it, but it's a pattern that's in the energy body before it comes into the physical body. So if you start getting tightness, or if you start getting pain, if you start getting a disease process or breathing issues or things like that, it starts in the energy body in the central channel first. And that's the chakras, are these energy vortices. But basically, it all stems from free will, right? We can listen to the voice of the pain body, or we can listen to the voice of love. Love says we are whole and complete and we're all one. And the pain body says there's a lot to fear, put protection up, don't do this. Like it creates all these patterns and manipulations to basically separate you from everything. And it's a very lonely place, which keeps us from our soul calling and our life purpose. And it keeps us scared in a corner in life. And eventually we get really depressed and we feel like we can't celebrate life or express ourselves fully. And that is a real bummer. It really gets in the way of our lives. So, um, so any pattern you have that where you see that your emotions keep you from just expanding in love. That's what we want to work with tonight. Think of those as clouds, acknowledge them, and then put them into the sound. Put them into the sound. This is an F bowl. is that? Annie says, the back of my heart just opened wide. That was wonderful. Oh, yay, feels good. Emma, thank you for all those gifts. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Emma. Feel into that heart center, that seat of your emotions. Sometimes we give emotions a little bit more credit than they need, and they get stuck there. Those patterns get stuck there. So hopefully we moved a little bit about that. And yeah, the chakras have a front and a back. It's cool that it opened up from the back, because usually that's where we're doing receiving from, is the back chakra, and we're releasing from the front chakra. How are we doing over here? We got one person on YouTube. How is your heart? How is your emotional body feel like? So whether you know what a chakra is or not, we can just talk about it as the emotional body, the mental body, the energy body, but really all of its energy, all of its vibrational energy. So we're seeing a lot of sound baths on TikTok and YouTube, and basically what they do is bring us some resonance and inner peace. And when that happens, the body, the being, can regulate and bring its source self forward. When peace is activated in the being, the fear and the pain body calms down. But without intention and acknowledgement, the pain only calms down and is not processed. So there needs to be an intention and an acknowledgement with the sound, so that it's not just switching from pain body to love body, but it's actually clearing the pain body patterns so that it's just completely normal and it's completely automatic to be in your higher self. It's hard to be in your higher self when you keep switching back into pain body patterns. The pain body patterns need to be healed, and to heal them, it means acknowledging them and running their energy until they feel acknowledged, and it moves quicker and it moves up to the higher self to frequency. So that's a really important distinction. So when you want to find a sound bath practitioner that's not only just getting you high, meaning like we're just switching from pain body to higher, to source energy, like we're just doing the switcheroo, we feel high and then we go right back into our day and the pain body activates again. We really want to make transformational change with sound. And to do that, you need a practitioner that's going to guide you in acknowledging and processing the pain body, which happens with intentions. So, does that make sense? Or you're just going to like constantly need that same sound bath practitioner in your ears all the time. Like the idea is to really transform, to really reset. One of the things that I do for people is I create a personalized sound bath. So they listen to it for 30 days and they actually vibrationally reset. They process the density and the patterns in the pain body, and you literally shift the groove from what you're working in. You're changing neural pathways. So I do a lot of talking about this in my training coming out up in June. It's a free training. It's 4 hours long, 2 hours a day. If you want to check it out, it's Sacred Voice Rising. and it's a free training. So sign up if you want over my bio link. But we're going to be talking about repatterning, reprogramming, and resetting our vibrational set point all through the power of your voice. So if that's interesting to you, if your voice has been like, you know what, I'm really curious about the healing power of my voice. If you're curious about that, sign up for that June training. It's a 2-day training. All right, guys. So some of you might have noticed that I've been doing a lot of videos with for Enzo Sensory. This is an Enzo Sensory tuning fork. They're a really good metal and comes with this activator. This one in particular is a 256 hertz, and it's a C note. C notes are really good for the root chakra. That base energy down here, the energy of tribe, of fitting in, right? It's of home and hearth and feeling like we belong. So this is a great tone for bringing us back to that sense of home in ourselves. Can you guys hear that? TikTok, can you hear this? YouTube, can you hear that? Okay, good. Heidi, hi there. Thanks for the yes. So this is a 256 hertz. If you're interested in this is part of the resonance tuning fork kit. They're on sale here on TikTok. If you look at my profile, you'll find one of the videos I made for this kit, and you can find the link there. Yeah, this is just grounding us a little bit. We're playing in the upper chakras a little bit, so we're just going to ground, give us this sense of home. This C note is also very good for our adrenals, hormones. Okay. So a lot of people, when they say that their throat chakra is blocked, they feel like they can't sing, they can't express. That's true. There's work to be done here. But think about this. It's the subconscious that's locking you in your voice. So if we just opened up the third chakra, the empowerment center, and we just opened up the heart center. So if our will and our self-empowerment feels on and our heart feels opened, do you think the throat chakra is going to have an easier time expressing? Yeah. So whenever there's a voice thing going on, it's not just the throat chakra. It's kind of all of the chakras, because starting with the root, where we don't feel safe, we don't feel a sense of home in our bodies, we feel we're going to get rejected. Think about that, the root chakra and the throat chakra. If you're feeling scared, are you going to voice out? If you're scared to express, if you feel like if you cry like a baby, all of this wounding started as a baby. If you cry, you're either getting an overwhelmed adult or no adult, right? You get left. So crying doesn't work. So expressing yourself with your voice. So that's root chakra and throat. And if you go to the second chakra and your ego develops and you're meeting people and you start relationships, right? And you don't have a good rapport in the beginning, right? With your people that you're friends with as little kids, you might get shut down there. That has to do with the throat chakra. And if you're disempowered, it's really hard to have a voice. And if your emotions have not been processed, it's really hard to have a voice. So you can see working the whole chakra system is really imperative if you want to have a voice. It's not just the throat chakra. Our voice is a completely original and unique tool for personal exploration and healing. Yes, it is. It is. And so that's what I love to do is there's a pattern called the five koshas, and that's kind of a wellness model of looking at the different areas of existence: the physical body, the energy body, the mental body, the emotional body, the spirit and intuition body. They kind of go along with the chakras too. Um, so, whatever map you're following, we basically have to clear house. We have to get the pain body patterns acknowledged and processed. And the chakra system's a great way to see which ones are collecting where. But so right now, we're going to go to the voice because we just cleared the third chakra and we just cleared the heart chakra. And now we're going to go and clear the throat chakra. This is a G bowl. It's the note of G, and this is a great tone to help balance that throat chakra. Okay. Any questions about what I'm talking about? So if you're feeling your voice feels stuck, if you want to sing but you can't and won't, if you feel like your voice and expression has been silenced, if you grew up with someone saying you should be seen, not heard, you're just too much, just tone it down, um, all that kind of stuff. If you've lived with that, most likely it's really hard to celebrate your voice. Um, Emma, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys. So let's tune into the throat chakra. So just take your hand and place it right gently on your throat and tune in to the idea of singing or public speaking, and bring up that trigger, bring up that fear, and just be with it, acknowledge it, and then let your source soul self kind of hang out around it as we go through, and let the sound work its healing. One of the things you can do is hum along to the sound as you're acknowledging those pain patterns. Okay? Hum to the sound. Is that 21,000? That's crazy, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. The sound for the throat chakra is E. If you want to try that. Or hum. Feel into your throat, feel into your heart, feel into your solar plexus. Go beyond feeling high or peaceful. See if something has shifted vibrationally. Just feel if something has shifted in your pain body. See if something's just not there anymore. Yeah. So let me hear from you guys. Let me hear from you guys in the comments. How's this content working for you guys? You getting something out of the work tonight? Do you have any questions? I'm curious. Do I have anyone that identifies as on the awakening path? Do I have anyone here who feels like they are a light worker or star seed? I'm kind of curious. This is exactly where I needed to be tonight. Oh, wonderful, Annie. I'm so glad. I know it's been a tough week for you, so I'm so glad you're here. Heart connection in life is my friend Annie. Everyone send her some love. She's had a tough week. Fairy fart sparkles. Fairy fart sparkles. Oh my god, I love that. We do these every Monday night. We still have about 20 minutes left, 25 minutes left. Every Monday night, we're here doing sound therapy. I don't really do like a long sound bath. We do sound therapy because we work with intentions and we work with what's up in the pain body, and we use sound, we use intention, we use source energy to really process and heal. How we doing over here on YouTube? Kind of quiet over here tonight. What are those drums called? This is called, they're both called frame drums, and they're thin here and they have a very resonant head, and this is called the resonance frame drum, Renaissance frame drum, and it's from Remo. They're both from Remo. This is a 22-inch Renaissance frame drum from Remo. And this is, I believe, a 16-inch frame drum from Remo. They're both pretty affordable. They're both like under $150. The next level frame drum would be Cooperman, which I would like to get soon. But the thing is with Coopermans, you have to tune them. And a lot of times when you have to tune something, they can go out of tune. So yeah, but the frame drums, they're really fun to use, and your voice bounces off of them, which is a wonderful way to start receiving your own voice, is when you can sing off of a frame drum and it bounces off and reverberates, you get to experience the vibration of your own voice. And so the biggest thing that I do these days is help people master the art of being sung. And that first step is to start receiving their own voice. And so that's why I asked, is there any people here that on the awakening journey who consider themselves light workers? Annie, I know you are. But these are the people I work with who really want to come into being sung, that fourth level of consciousness where they are being, life is happening through as them, and they are being the frequencies, the healing frequencies through their voice. I take people through a 3-month process of doing that. And that is why I love vocalizing in the shower also. Yes, yes, yes. You can receive your own voice. Paula, you're welcome. You're welcome. So being sung is this level of consciousness that's even, it's the next level aside from channeling, right? Because channeling is that you're separate, you're separate from the frequencies that you're getting information from or frequencies from. But you're open enough to receive it, right? So that's a high level of consciousness. The next level is beingness, which is like you are all of it. You're in the I am frequency and can be all of it. So when you sing from that, you can sing the frequencies that are required in the moment, the frequencies that are going to be the most beneficial. So that's what being sung is. It's singing from that level of consciousness called beingness. And I love um, being the escort for people through this program to really let go of the pain body through their voice, create new patterns of vibrational set points, um, so that they can have an inner peace and an inner calm and trust their voice, align their life, hear their soul calling, and live fulfilled, living their unique sense of purpose. And so I've been very fulfilled living my purpose with this way I do sound therapy and voice work. But it took a long time to really like step into it and think it was that I was enough, that this was enough. And um, a lot of times we have to get past that programming that says we're not enough. But when we open up and we really wake up to who and what we truly are, and we really connect each person's heart, and we really feel the oneness and the wholeness of of all the fragments from each person makes up the one extension of God, of source energy. So yeah, what else do we want to talk about? What else do we want to sound out tonight? I'm here for you guys for another 20 minutes. So, what do you want to play with? What do you want to see? Where do you want to see change in your life or in the world? What do you want to step into? These are big questions I'm asking, but um, we can either step into the question and transform ourselves, or we can keep complaining about what is in our lives, right? Where do you want, what do we want to do? We want to yeah, so we have the power to transform our lives. That's the only thing we truly have power over. But our lives are the microcosm that affects the microcosm that affects the macrocosm. So if you want to be the change you want to see in the world, what you do is you start here with your own pain body, with your own healing, with your own remembering, with your own stepping online, like stepping into your soul purpose. And so let's do some oming together. Oming really helps us expand our horizons. Oming really helps us expand into the sound of the universe, which we are. Tracy says, discerning the differences of sensing people's ill motives versus trust that need to be dismantled. Ah, that's a good one. And this is hard to hear, but people that we have a hard time with are a mirror for something here. It doesn't mean that it's an exact mirror. So people that you think have what was it? Um, Ill motives, right? So this is the deal, guys. Life works in concentric rings. There is the story, the ill wills, the mean person, the interactions we don't like. It's all the pain body stuff. It's in this circle. The next circle out is the psychology of all that pain body. the psychology. Now, we can go and look at all the lists and say, oh, yes, yes, yes. But it's very easy to get stuck in the pain body of things. But it can give us some relief to get out of the pain body, the center, to really find the reasons why and this and that. But then we want to step out of the psychological ring as fast as possible to get a broader perspective. And these broader perspectives are vibrational, they're mythical, um, they're spiritual. So I like to look at everything as vibration. So if you're saying how do we discern between ill will and trusting issues that need to be dismantled? Um, you can trust that if you are feeling something from this person that feels like an ill will, they are mirroring something in you that needs healing, that needs a vibrational reset, that needs to be brought to the present moment. Because if we are experiencing some kind of ill will from someone, we are seeing them as broken, mean, ill, evil, right? And that is something in us that we have created a separation, or we've created something in our, could be mirroring something in us that we deserve this ill intention, right? Or that we create these people in our lives to have ill intentions so we can see how powerful we are to dismantle them from our lives. Like there's so many different ways that like this, the mirror could be showing us something depending on our own pain body programming. But the easiest way to deal with it, actually, I learned this from the Course in Miracles, is to acknowledge it, acknowledge the feelings that you're having, and then say, just all these misperceptions that I have about this person, I just offer it up to my higher mind. And then I go into the truth, which is I'm whole and I'm love. And so is everybody on the planet. They're whole and they are love. And if we can start programming, this is the way we see people and experience people, the ill will of them actually won't be part of our timeline, won't be part of our reality. And the more that we can see people as whole and loving, the more that they actually will start seeing themselves that way as well. Make sense? Okay, we've got a lot of never heard it explained like this. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, so it makes a lot of sense, but what it means is that we have a lot of responsibility on ourselves, right? You know, there is in the psychology realm, we hear about narcissists and we hear about, borderline people. We hear about all the gaslighters and the borderline personalities and the narcissists and the histrionics and the, um, you know, there's just a lot of attention on that. And the polarity that's building of like us and them, it's putting them like in a villain type of like section when basically um, they're mirroring something for us. And they are the same love. When it is full, it is all. Yeah, I love how you explain this. Awesome. We cannot find more love in others than we can feel within and for ourselves. Beautifully put, Annie. Yeah. So the more we practice unconditional love and allowance of ourselves, the more we practice that we start seeing it in others. And believe me, I know I have been having, I have people close to me that it's very difficult. It's very difficult. But and the people that you're having a hard time with, they might not ever find accountability. They might not take any ownership. They might not acknowledge anything you're talking about, which can be infuriating and frustrating. But that's okay. We're on the path of awakening and coming into the atonement. The atonement means that we are seeing everyone as one, and we're seeing everyone as whole and love. So it's work. This is some of the hardest work you're going to do, because the pain body, the ego, keeps talking you out of it, keeps wanting to jump back into the psychology ring and kind of being, but look, they suck. Look, they do this, and that. Look. And it gives you justification. But all justification is doing is polarizing us, right? Polarization means more separation, means more judgment, means less love, less acceptance and allowance. So, as much as it is so enticing and feels so good to get a psychological truth around all this, I really invite you and recommend that you step out of the psychology of it and you let spirit hold you out in some broader perspectives, which is basically, there's going to be levels of it, but basically it's love, it's wholeness. And you just ask your soul, your source self, to heal these misperceptions. And the deepest form of forgiveness is seeing people as whole, and that the ill will and the things that they did are of the pain body world, not of the world of love and God and source and wholeness. And you let it fall away like snakeskin. And I know this is challenging. This is freaking challenging. But if this is the true awakening work, any work that says they are on the awakening path that creates more polarity and an us and them and all this, it's an ego trip. It's still the pain body saying, like, even in the topic of spirituality and awakening, the ego and pain body are thriving. And that's why this is such hard work, because you have to put to rest the pain body. And it is fucking humbling. And it is challenging. But that's why we come here every Monday night. That's why I train people through my Mastering the Art of Being Sung, because we are working this together. We are letting this go. We are really awakening to the truth of ourselves. Those mindsets are exhausting to be around. Have to hide my true self, you know? Yeah. 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 I know. Yeah, guys, you're getting it. You're getting it. We're all on the same page. It's awesome. So, yeah, these past few months have been a doozy for me. What time on Mondays do you come on here? I am here on Mondays at 7:15 Mountain Time. So we've been on here for almost an hour and a half, and I'm here for 90 minutes. And we're also here tomorrow morning for 3 minutes of love. So I really encourage you to come on back, because we hold the love frequency. We hold that frequency of wholeness and love for each other and for the collective. And when we do that, we create a reality of love. Yeah. So I've been on the awakening journey for a while. And when I first started my YouTube channel, you can see it. You can see my whole journey of awakening over on my YouTube channel. I really got into some different things, and I think some things in the awakening field can really create separation and elitism. And I don't really believe in that anymore. I've been studying the Course in Miracles a lot more, and I've been studying. I just became an ordained metaphysical minister, and I believe that the awakening path in the media can really be damaging to actual awakening and atonement. No, it's mountain time. So 7:15 mountain time on Mondays. So in Pacific time, it would be 6:15. Yeah. So, guys, on your awakening journey, and as you follow people, really interesting people on YouTube or TikTok, be aware of people that create polarity within the awakening field. Be aware of people that create a lot of form and structure and extra stories in the awakening. Because the more we wake up, the less form and structure we're going to be going on, right? The form and structure is the pain body and the ego wanting to create more stories. Even if it's spirituality, the stories and all the polarity still is in the middle. It's still the story, it's still the pain body, right? So the more you expand and remember, the less form and structure there is. And that's really scary to the pain body and the ego, because it means that it's collapsing. There's no need for it. So it is going to rev up. I was in a body of work called Marconics, and the stories about awakening and the Lumerian and Atlantis, and there was just story after story. And I was with one of my mentors at the time, and I was just like, well, can't we just expand to source, and isn't everything fine there? And they're like, well, that's boring. And that's when I knew. I was like, okay, let's run. This is not the body of work for me. They're just caught in so many storylines that it's just full of the ego and the pain body within a whole field of awakening. So it was interesting. And then I had my own awareness, and my mentor at the time got scared of my awareness, and it was like she was talking to a goat. She's like, okay, I have to go now, I have to go. And I was like, what? She just like, whenever a spiritual mentor or coach starts saying that your awareness is wrong, or is like scared of your awareness, or like starts tweaking on you, like, run for the hills. That is their shit, not yours. Like, yeah, it's a crazy world to navigate out there, the spiritual awakening field. So a rule of thumb: if someone is making too big of a story out of something, that is the pain body and that is the ego. As you awaken, you are remembering, and to remember is to simplify. There's less form and structure. It's love. There's not a lot to say around it. So how does that land with you guys? Has anyone else been caught up? Oh, hey there. Um, show more. Hi. Hi there. Um, I like the hand. Those hands. That looks fun. um, so I am going to close tonight with another sound bath, and I'll bring all the instruments in here, and let's just intend to bring the pain body up, right? Bring your pain body up right now. Bring up a pattern, right? Bring up a pattern that's active right now, and just put it right in front of you on like a platter, and say hi to it. I see you, I acknowledge you, and I'm going to give you back to love. It's all going to be okay. And then let's just surround this intentional love vibration around that pattern to help it quicken and resolve. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Good work. Thank you. Here we go. Does your son enjoy listening to you sing? He used to. I have two grown sons. They used to love to. be singing them to sleep. Not so much these days. Okay. You're so welcome, Tracy. You're welcome, everybody. Thanks. Small but mighty group tonight, but wow, we got to 26,000 likes. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Just a few reminders. We will be live again tomorrow morning. So come hold the frequency of love with us. Create a reality of love in the collective. That's at 8:45 Mountain Time. So it's 7:45 a.m. Pacific Time and 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. No matter how old I was, I would have you call and sing. Oh, oh, thank you. That's sweet. If any of you are interested in doing the voice work like I'm doing, or just feel like you want more freedom in your voice or speaking out, join my free training coming up in June. It's June 24th and 25th, 2 hours each day. It's free. It's called Sacred Voice Rising. So sign up for that in my bio link. If you want to work one-on-one with me and you want to get started sooner, just sign up for a free discovery call. It's like a free coaching call, and that's over there as well. We can do that this week. So, all right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks so much for your presence here and your great questions and your comments. And Annie, if you're still here, I hope you have a beautiful night. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Much love. Have a great night, Misty. Nato, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I hope the sound stuff helped. Been on here about 90 minutes, so I'm gonna say goodnight now. So, much love to you.